In this video tutorial, we're going to talk about removing the white box from raster images. Most raster images will come with a white box. I've dropped a pink vector square behind this object to show you what I mean. You can see that there's a white box around the image. We want to remove this because printing white boxes can be problematic for us, especially if the white is not a pure white and the printer attempts to actually print it. To be safe, we always remove them before printing. There's several different methods that we can use to remove it. First of all, in CorelDRAW, there's something called a color mask. That can be accessed through the bitmaps color mask right here option. When you do that, an option bar should appear on the right-hand side. From there, you're going to go ahead and choose one of these color boxes. I'm going to choose the top one. You're going to make sure the check mark is on, and you're going to go ahead and click the dropper tool. What that does is that allows you to specify the color by using the color dropper to choose of what you want to mask. So I'm going to go ahead and try to mask the white. I'm going to choose that, click OK, and it's going to drop the white into there for me. And then tolerance is set to 3, which is a pretty low tolerance, so that'll be good for the time being. And I'm going to click Apply. Now, that actually worked pretty well in removing that white box. It left a couple of pixels here and there, but that's not a big enough deal to worry about for me when I'm printing. However, it also did get rid of the inside of this image because this image has got some white in it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drag the image over here and just check to make sure everything looks okay. I think this image is actually pretty good. It's good enough to print. When it prints on the shirt, none of the white areas matter anyway because the white just comes out as the color of the shirt. So the image is going to blend perfectly just as you see it right now onto the t-shirt. There's not going to be any issues at all. However, if I did think that there was an issue, for example, like let's say the tolerance was a little bit higher, maybe 20%, and I reapply that, you can see that there's a clear definition loss here in the coloration for where this gradient should have been. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a different method just to show you guys how it works. The second method requires me right-clicking on the image and going to Edit Bitmap. That's going to go ahead and open up the image inside of Corel Photo Paint. And then from there, I'm going to choose the Magic Wand tool, which the hotkey is W. I'm going to go ahead and click the minus tool with the magic wand selected, and what that does is it makes it so that when I select something with this wand, it subtracts it from the image. So I'm going to mask it out. So I'm going to select this portion here, I'm going to select this portion here, and this portion here. So I've selected all 4 corners. And then what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to copy it, Control C, and I'm going to go back to CorelDRAW, and I'm going to paste it in. This method is different than the first method because I didn't technically mask it out. What I actually did is just cut off the edging of it. So the second method is definitely more professional and cleaner. However, it isn't always necessary to use and it takes up more time, so it's not worth doing unless you have to. These are the 2 methods that you can use to go ahead and pull out the white box from the background of images.